Before the world knew what trap music sounded like, there was Zaytoven, raised in the church, trained on the keys, but destined to shape the very sound of trap itself. In a basement on the east side of Atlanta, he linked up with a young Gucci man, and the rest, that's history. From So Icy to Make the Trap Say, Zaytoven's melodies became the soundtrack of a movement, quiet, humble, but deadly behind the boards. He helped birth the careers of Gucci, Migos, Future, and so many more. Every piano riff had bounce, every hi-hat had soul, and every beat reminded you this was Atlanta. This wasn't just production, this was ministry with a street bounce. This was the Trap Cathedral. This is Atlanta culture.
Back at you with another episode of Atlanta's Cultures Podcast. I got a special guest with me today, man. One of my main partners, man. My little homie Zaytoven, man. What you know good, man?
So what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Yeah, it's always good to see you, man.
I had to pull up on you.
I'm glad you came out here to fuck with me
Got
today,
to.
man.
Got to.
Hey, since this is the Atlanta Culture Podcast, we're going to talk a little bit about you and what you mean to Atlanta, man.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first moved to Atlanta, you were young, but your impact in music is legendary. When did you realize you had something cooking in Atlanta?
When did I realize it? I'm gonna say when So Icy hit. So I was working with Gucci, I was working with my brothers, my neighbors, everybody just coming to my studio back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like we had something special going on, but you don't really feel nothing until songs start getting into the club or playing on the radio. So when So Icy hit around 2004, went from I was doing this to have, we having fun to like, hold on, bro, we got something, we got a hit. So that's when I started feeling like, okay, I'm making an impact.
Yeah, we can actually do something.
We'd actually do something, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's when you knew things could change your life with the money. And
It
everything
did.
like that.
It changed my life, bro, because you went from going to making music every day just to listen to it in your car and, go play it at the club till it's like, no, this song is actually making noise. Yeah. I'm getting paid. I made some money doing this.
Yeah, that shit always make it better.
Yeah.
So shit, how did growing up in the church impact you as a person and a producer?
So I'm still a church musician to this day, bro. I'm still at church 2-3 times a week. And it's had the biggest impact on me. I feel like without the church, without what I learned from being in church, without being in that atmosphere, I wouldn't have a sound, I wouldn't have identity, and I wouldn't have character. Yeah, so I think that all that played the biggest part in who I am and the music that I make.
So was that your first introduction to music? How old were you with your first introduction to music?
My first introduction to music was definitely church. My dad's a preacher, my mom's a choir director, and this is back when I'm in Mississippi, Grenada, Mississippi. So you ain't got no choice to be at church every day of the week. Every day, you know what I mean? So, and when you naturally young and in church, you trying to find something to do, something to be a part of, and music was what I was drawn to.
So shit, everybody know your claim to fame is Gucci Mane. So how did you and Gucci Mane meet? And did you know when you met him that you guys would change the game together?
Bro, I did not know we would change the game together. I didn't even know I would be who I am today. I was just making music because I love to do it and it was fun. I had a studio in my mama's basement and it was just fun to do. I met Gucci. I was cutting hair when I came out here in Atlanta. So I was cutting hair. I went to the hair schools on Candler Road, to get my barber license. But I had a studio at my parents' house. So naturally, guys around be like, man, I want to come to the studio. Gucci was everybody went, so he ended up coming over. He wasn't even trying to rap at the time, but he ended up coming over, man. We started gelling. He started recording before you know it, bro. Me and him just recording songs every day, all day. And I always thought it was special, but you know how it is. It's like, I don't know if this is gonna impact the world, but that's what it did.
So shit, speaking of Gucci, man, and one of your beats started a war in Atlanta with Gucci versus Jeezy, I'm sorry. So what is your perspective on what the hell happened with that shit?
Just like any song, when a song get popping, when a song start blowing up, everybody kind of want to take ownership. They want to make sure, that their name is on the song. This is my song. I did this and that. And it was just one of those things. It was, when it's a big song for both artists, naturally both artists want to use it. They want to be attached to it, be a part of it. But
they want to be the man.
They want to, yeah. But it was, naturally Gucci's song, and it was featuring Jeezy. Yeah, but Jeezy was in a position, I think, where they was like, "Oh, we need to use, we want to use this song too." You know what I mean? But it was just one of those things, and they couldn't really agree on it. So
did you ever think that you had to pick a side during the beef, being that Gucci was your main partner?
Well, it wasn't even really picking a side. I was with Gucci every day, all day. I met Jeezy because of Gucci.
Gotcha.
So, it wasn't really nothing to really talk about, though. There, and Jeezy was the guy. Like, I had rock with Jeezy too. But Gucci this who I work with. This who I did the song with. This who, at my house every day. So.
And I know you speak very highly of Gucci, man. For the people that don't know his personality, who he is, kind of explain to the people who he really is and what kind of person he is.
Gucci is a guy that gives everybody an opportunity. He's probably the hardest working artist I ever worked with. And he just genuine when it come to, to music, to helping other artists. Like, even if you listen to the early music, bro, Gucci Man say my name so much in the music.
Mm-hmm. He do.
That's what made me who I am today. That's what made me blow up, because it's like, Gucci Man, the hottest artist in the street, but he keep talking about Zaytoven.
So yeah, they had to go find
so it's like, bro, I got who is Zaytoven,
no
bro?
doubt.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. That's the type of person Gucci is, man. So and he's like one of the main reasons I'm popping today.
What's some of the craziest shit you ever seen out there on the road, fucking with Gucci and these niggas, man? I know you done been in some dangerous ass spots running with these guys. Give me.
I remember one
story.
I remember one time we was in Columbus, Georgia, and I'm with Gucci. And I don't really know what's really going on, but I'm on stage, just I'm excited. It's my music, he rapping. Man, these dudes start shooting. In this club, it's only one way out, and that's in the front way out there. We on stage way back here. Man, we couldn't do them but just lay down on the floor the whole
and wait till the shit
and wait till it just over with. And I'm talking about this thing like that ain't never stop.
Lord have mercy. Look. So I remember, I ain't gonna get too deep in this story, but Gucci and Sean got some stories about Gucci, man, and what Gucci be doing. That's why I had to ask you. And Gucci was one of my partners, so I used to open up for Gucci every now and then. And when he had the Black T song, and I just remember Gucci used to one time, I was just telling Swatch this. This is during the beef. So during the beef with him and Jeezy and shit, Gucci one of my niggas too. And we was at Body Tap. And so I seen him leaning on the bar at Body Tap. He was kind of guy Gucci is. I said, bro, them folk out here looking for you? I said, man, you in here by yourself? He said, man, fuck them folks.
No, that's Gucci. That's Gucci, boy.
Gucci say, man, fuck them folks. So I looked at Gucci. I said, I know this nigga think I'm gonna help him fight. Nigga, I had to slide up.
I get up out of there.
Yeah, I say, man, you got a goddamn hit on your head. And you in the middle of the club where they frequent by your goddamn self. I remember, because that's when them green joints came out with the reflective shit.
Oh, yeah.
That when it was in the middle, I looked, I said, man, my partner crazy as a motherfucker.
Gucci wasn't playing no.
Nah, he wasn't playing no game.
And ain't nobody gonna say nothing to him either. Yeah, he know ain't nobody finna say nothing.
Niggas that had heart, and he knew the niggas that did.
Yeah.
He like, Mouse, you cool. He said, fuck these other niggas. I was like, God damn, this nigga shot out.
Yeah.
But I love Gucci for
That's
that
my
shit.
boy.
I'm glad he got his shit together now, though.
Come on, bro.
That growth be amazing.
Gucci got the biggest story in hip hop.
Yeah.
Straight up.
He does.
If you look at his life right now, from what he came from, he's the biggest.
That shit crazy. So check this out. You and Gucci, y'all a powerful duo. So I know another powerful duo in Atlanta. It's Tip and Toon. If y'all had to do a versus head to head, Gucci and you, Tip and Toon, who gonna win that versus?
It depends on what you talking about doing. It's like if you saying what
Song
we
for
gotta
song.
make. Oh, you talking about just
Song for song. Look, you his producer. Song for song. Y'all got the hits. They got the hit. Head to head on that stage.
Listen, bro. That's tough. That's tough. But I will say this: the sound that me and Gucci created has been going on for a long time. It's so relevant right now, even in the music that's going on right now. The Zaytoven and Gucci sound is what music is.
Yeah, it's coming back around.
It's almost like it ain't hardly ever went nowhere. It's always been there, and it's like it's coming back around again, even stronger. So
And shit, you got so many Atlanta classics. If you had to pick one to represent Atlanta wholeheartedly, which one would it be?
I probably had to say Made the Trap Say A with Gucci Man and OJ. That's just like a sound. That's just a Atlanta trap sound that just like that created a whole era, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that, man, it ain't too many producers that can actually produce a whole project, but you can. You made some legendary ones. Which one are you most proud of when it comes to the whole project?
I gotta say Beast Mode. Beast Mode 1 and 2 with me and Future, I think it's just timeless pieces of art. Straight up.
Yeah, so speaking of projects, you did a project with Courtney Wayne, Alter Ego, with the favorite drip. Now, Country Wayne has been on all kind of records. Money Wasn't Right. He stopped doing it with drip in the songs. From your perspective, what happened?
Tell me why he stopped doing it?
Yeah, when he stopped doing drip.
I don't know. Country Wayne got so big and just, he on a whole nother level. I feel like that was just something to kind of, that's how he was feeling at the moment, and that got him where he's at.
Yeah.
But if you really pay attention, he bringing that back now.
Okay, because I know music was his first thing that he started, and that was his love.
Yeah.
But you think because he got so going with that, he had to ride the wave?
He got to ride the wave. Yeah, you got to. Come on, man. And that's his gift. That's his gift. Music he love to do and it's fun, and he gonna probably do that in his leisure whenever he feel like it.
So look, you and Scooter, late young Scooter, made a classic project, Zay Street. What does his legacy mean to you?
Scooter's like my brother, man. That's like my real homie. You know, a lot of times you work with artists just due to music. Scooter was a guy that's like my real buddy. Come over and eat dinner with the family. Every time he see my kids, he giving them money. He just like, he one of those guys. So with him, it's definitely more than music. We did.
So tell me some stories. I don't mean to cut you off. Tell me some stories about you and Scooter, some things y'all done.
Well, me and Scooter at one point was just with each other every day. He was just at my house every day. When I first pressed up some Zaytoven Beats t-shirts, he was the first one with it on. I'm talking about wearing it all the time. I remember getting a call from Gucci, and he was like, bro, I'm sitting here with Scooter, bro. He playing his music. He saying, you and Scooter going harder than what me and you used to go. Like that. Other stories is, bro, I remember it was my wife's birthday, and it was the pandemic, around 2020.
Yeah.
Bro, he came in clutch because I needed to get her a birthday cake, but I was behind the 8 ball. Bro, he made the call, had it done. I'm talking about the cake looked so right. And then, it was such a good job. I'm like, man, that boy Scooter came.
I always hear stories about Scooter. And cause one of my players was Isaiah Collier. And Isaiah used to always tell me how much Scooter used to do things like
He'd
that.
do, bro. That's what he do.
And so look, getting back on Gucci, I need to know what kind of personality he was in some of the battles and wars y'all been through. Cause I know things wasn't always right when y'all was out there doing music. Because there's a lot of ups and downs, peaks and valleys. So I need to hear about some of that too.
Bro, the craziest thing about me and Gucci is always been a certain type of respect in a certain type of relationship where, bro, it don't matter what Gucci got going on or what he doing with anybody else. It's like when he rocking with me, it's never no issue. It's no problem. Me and Gucci can sit there, and we had more of a music relationship than anything.
Yeah.
Like, we with each other all day, every day. We ain't got to sit and have no serious conversations. We ain't got to do none of that. We just, enjoyed each other's company. And the crazy thing is, in music, everything we did, if it's I'm making a beat, and the beat can be halfway whack, that's hard. I'm finna rap on that.
He'd say he gonna make it.
And he can rap on it, and I can be like, but when he come out the booth, bro, that's just hard.
Yeah.
That's just how
he pulled something out of the beat to make everybody love that shit.
And it was just vice versa. That's where all my confidence came from. Cause to him, I couldn't do no wrong. So, imagine having a artist of Gucci caliber feel like every beat you do, everything you do is that's great to me.
Yeah. That's gonna
that make my chest my chest poke out. So it don't matter who I go in front of.
For sure.
I'm gonna make a beat in front of you, and I'm gonna expect you to say it sound good. Cause Gucci say Gucci say they all sound good.
Nigga, these right, nigga. I got the nigga that's saying it behind me, and he the man. Nigga, if these right to him, they right to
They
everybody.
right to everybody for sure.
But shit, I want to ask you this. So how did you link up with the Migos, and what's your relationship? What was your relationship like with Takeoff?
The Migos was definitely just something that I went chasing them. I went looking for them, and it was because of the artist Young LA. Young LA was like an artist of mine ever since he was 16.
Okay.
He's another guy that just with me all the time, at the house all the time. We record with each other all the time, doing whatever. And he came to me like, man, I just heard these little young dudes, Migos, singing some song called Bando, bro. You got to go find them. And because I, respect his word and his ear so much, he gonna let me know. Like if something young popping, he gonna let me know. Like Zay, you need to rock with them. He got the ear.
Yeah.
Man, I went soon just cause he said. I said, "Boy, I need to go find these boy." And I remember running into him at this concert OJ was doing, and bro, after that, I met Quavo that night, brought them to my house the next day, and it was history from there, bro. We were just rocking with each other every day, all day. Takeoff was like the most genuine person I ever met.
Mm-hmm.
Takeoff is really one of the reasons why I'm on as much of the Migos music that I'm on. It's cause him, man. We gotta get Zay. We need Zay. You know what I mean? One of them type of, how you got a guy that's like, bro, everything else we got is good, but we still need Zay.
Look, I can't let you gloss over what you just said. Who brought you to him? Tell me about your relationship with Young LA.
That's my brother. That's another like real brother to me. Like,
how did y'all two get together, and what did y'all do together?
How we got together, I used to go to this club called Libra. That's where you can perform. Yeah. I'm talking about the first Libra on Moreland, though, not the one on Gresham, the one on Moreland. That's where you go, we perform our song, artists performing their song. So when me and Gucci would make a new song.
What was not to cut you off, what was that shit when you come down Moreland? Was that Libra where you go up the hill and it's right there to the right?
Yeah.
That was a Libra? I don't know. It was something called Wild something next to that bitch.
Oh, it was some Driftwood was.
Driftwood. There you go. You got
Yeah.
Driftwood and the Libra. Because that's when the Black T song was going. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's right. You right.
Yeah. Because I remember I was right there in the mix. But so going back to LA, I didn't mean to cut you off. I want you to keep running with that one.
Yeah, he that's where me and Gucci would go perform. Any new song we got, we gonna go there perform it every time, every week. But I remember Young LA being up there and he kept begging me like, Zay, stick around, but I want you to hear my song. I want you to hear me perform.
And that makes sense because he was just down the street at Thomasville, so that makes all
right down
the sense in the world. There you go.
And he just kept at, Zay, you gotta hear me perform. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stick around with it.
Yeah.
I watched him perform one night, man, took him back to my house the same night.
Yeah, Leland got energy.
He got the energy.
He got some energy.
And I could put a beat on. He ain't gonna write nothing. He just, man, let me just go in the booth.
Uh-huh.
And it just turned from that to us. Man, that's just how it was.
So what songs you made for him?
Man, we did a whole first project called Crush the Block. So it was like a lot of songs, bro. Like I didn't make his hit. Like I didn't make Ain't I?
But you kind of molded him into going into what his hits would
be. Yep. And we help each other, man. All these artists helped me grow as a producer. So yeah, for sure. And I still rock with Young LA. I'm talking about every day to this day.
So shit, back to Scooter. What is his, since you made projects for him, you made a couple of them for him, what is his legacy like and what does it mean to you in Atlanta?
I mean, his legacy, bro, I feel like he was all about the younger people, like help, and being as street as Scooter is, he was trying to deter all the youngsters from not being street. You know what I mean? Straight up.
He was heavy in the sports with them, trying to get them jokers
trying to
out
get
of
people. Yeah, like, bro, y'all don't try to be street. And Scooter one of the streetest guys I know.
Yeah. So no doubt.
I think that's his legacy, man. He really wanted, to deter young people from being street or in the streets or whatever. So
I wanted to ask you, shit, you being such a guy and you was raised in the church.
Mm-hmm.
What was the inside? Was there ever an inside clash that you was making this kind of music, trap music, with some of the most gutterest guys in Georgia, in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
But you was raised in the church, like you just said. Your mom was a preacher. You know what I'm saying? So how did that affect you and your family, or you spiritually, or anything like that? Tell me what that journey was like on the inside.
The biggest clash was was me more than anything. Cause I know, what I do. I know the type of person I am. I know I go play music at church every week. But I'm making this type of music. I'm making street. I'm talking about the streetest music out there. I was conflicted because I didn't want my folks to hear, I didn't want my parents to hear. I didn't want the people at church to know that's the type of music I made. Until one day, the pastor where I was playing at, he stood up in the pulpit before he preached, and he was holding up Gucci Mane, Hard to Kill album. Isaac produced it. We just wanted to say we so proud of our musician Zaytoven. He just, and I was like, hold on, bro, don't show them that. They don't need to hear that.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, it made me feel confident that I was doing what I was supposed to do on the right path. So, and that, not just him, but another pastor me, like, bro, you don't got to explain to nobody why you doing what you doing or where you at.
And you got to think about this is, you was actually changing lives and saving
For
them,
sure.
and saving them guys for doing. So you was actually doing more God's work than a lot of them within the church.
Come on, bro. But it took them to really, make me feel confident in that. It's like, okay, now I feel good about doing what I'm doing. And that's it.
That's awesome. So the next artist I want to talk about is you with OJ the Juice Man. That's another one of your artists. He utilized your sound and success in Atlanta. What did you and him relationship like today?
Man, another brother. That's like another brother of mine I with Juice the other day when we was doing this video shoot. But Juice is a guy, bro, I call on anytime, every time that I need anything, anytime I wanna, do some music. Anytime he needs something from me, he call me, and we just try to keep each other in the loop. OJ is one of them guys I feel like, bro, he ain't gonna never get old. His music, his sound, his look, man, still like he's 16. I'm like, dude, you 16, bro.
Yeah.
And he just got great energy. He was one of those artists from the first time I met him. He wanted to help take care of me. Say what you need, anything. We need some help. What you want? Let me get you a water. He was one of them guys. Before I even really knew who he was just that. So he, Juice is definitely a near and dear friend to me, for sure.
So check this out. The old Zaytoven, the young Zaytoven. And now that you who you are today, what advice would you go back and tell the young Zaytoven?
Bro, I ain't gonna even lie. I feel like everything just moved how it's supposed to. Cause I'm one of those guys that I don't do nothing. I've been doing the same thing back then. I'm doing the same thing still to this day. I'm a consistent person. I'm a person that, think before I do anything. So, and I've been like that, and I'm still like that to this day. So I think,
Say everything rolled
out how it's supposed to. I wouldn't have changed nothing from back then.
I'm with you. I fuck with that. And guess what? You was one of the people that started the trap sound. And me and you were just talking about this before we started this interview. You started that trap sound, and elements of it are still around. Do you think that sound is becoming dead? And I want you to talk about what we was just talking about.
A lot of people say, that I helped start the trap sound or whatever. I mean, when I came to Atlanta, I didn't even know what trap meant or what that was. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I know T.I. got an album called Trap Music. I know what Jeezy is doing is like trap, trap music. I think it's just a certain sound of trap music that I'm a part of. People give me credit for. It just sounds different than that music. But I wouldn't say I started trap music. But the sound of trap music that I think that I produce or that I help create with Gucci and OJ or whatever is the sound that has been lingering around ever since it started. Until this day, you still hear so much of it.
I'm gonna even say this, so I want that just segueing into the next question. Speaking of that trap sound and things going viral today, it's this girl and they got this Win Whammy song and they're using your beat. Let's talk about that and how that's come back around and
It's just what we were just saying. It's just that sound. It's so crazy, bro. A lady in church by the name of Diane Palmer, she passed away a few years ago, but she was a prophetess. And I'm playing the piano in church, and she come to me in front of everybody and tell me your sound is gonna be great over the nations. This is like way before I'm really Zaytoven.
So she just walked up into you and just said that she felt something.
And I'm like, I don't know, like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought she was talking about me playing music in church, like I'm that good or my sound is. I didn't know she was talking about rap music. This is way before, Zaytoven was who he is. But when I listen and I look back right now, even when we talking about the Pluto song, it's the sound.
Yeah.
It ain't even like the sound is really bigger than me now. It's just the sound of that music is what people it make people jump. It's in season all the time.
Yeah. Clearly. Look, they done went viral again.
Man, they going there. Pluto going so crazy
I'm
with
talking
that.
about, I'm like, man, this all these old songs are not even old. They coming right back around. Are they bigger? What are the checks looking like? Let me ask you that.
Man, I never looked at this stuff about the money or checks. Money just been. I done made way more money than I ever expected to. In this music, I didn't get into it really for that. So it's a blessing to even still be getting paid how I'm getting paid in doing this music. And somebody like a Pluto, that stuff be more blessings because it's like this music or music that we created a long time ago. Somebody like that's brand new makes it fresh all over again. So imagine how many people calling me like, I need Zaytoven beat.
The fact that you able to affect different age groups like that is just wild.
It's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing, bro. Cause I'm 20 years in, and I feel like I'm just starting a whole nother run.
Yeah, you are. And if ain't feeling like it, you are.
Straight up.
You are. You starting
know what I
another
mean?
run. I know you don't want to hear this one because you just talked about that money. But we gotta ask you because the people want to know. What's the most somebody ever paid you for a project or a beat, and who was it? Or even if you don't want to put out the money, who was it?
No, I will. The most I ever got paid for one beat was 100,000, and it's going viral right now on TikTok. It's a song I did for Cher and Future for a Gap commercial.
Ain't that crazy? I never.
Man, that junk is so crazy. A Gap.
Look, Cher and Future. That's the oddest couple of them.
Bro, that junk going so viral on TikTok right now. Cause they laughing like, bro, what in the world is this? It's like we did this so long ago, but listen, man, that 100K, I was like, boy, yeah, we gonna do that.
But look, you can't turn that one down.
Way to do it.
Easy money,
Nah,
easy
straight
money
up,
in the bank.
easy.
Too easy. Look, then I gotta do this to you because I do this to a lot of people on the show. If you gotta make the ultimate Atlanta trap song, right? Using one of your beats, who gonna do the hook? We need all these artists got to be from Atlanta. Who gonna do the hook? First verse, second verse, and third verse. We putting together the ultimate trap song. Give it to me.
Okay, let me see. If it was me,
You doing
hook, I'm gonna go Future.
Okay.
First verse, I'm gonna go Gucci.
Okay.
Second verse, I'm gonna go Juice. It's just the winning combination.
Okay. Okay.
Then to close it out with the last verse.
That hot seat. He don't want to leave nobody out.
Y'all, bro, it's 2 minutes. I'm
He don't
leaving
wanna
everybody
leave
out
nobody.
already.
Who you gonna put in there? Third slot.
I'm gonna just keep it gangster. I'm gonna just do the Migos split the third verse.
I take that. That's a hard song.
The reason why I say that is these are artists that I didn't work real close with and then became the biggest in the world. So yeah, that'll be it.
So your son is doing music right now. What kind of advice would you give him to have longevity like you?
It's all about being consistent. I talk to him every day. I'm with him every day. I support him every day in everything he do. It's just working hard and being consistent. Even when things don't even feel like it's going your way, when it don't seem like you getting as much traction, or even when you feel like you got all the motion in the world, still consistently do what you're supposed to do, whether that's recording every day, whether that's making videos, whether it's photo shoots, whether it's doing what we're doing right now, interviews. Because a lot of times people get tired of doing that and get burnt out and it's like, well, bro, I ain't gonna do it. But that's right when you lose your spot. So trying to keep them on that consistent path.
Stay who you are and keep stay focused no
Yes,
matter
sir.
what. And then eventually break.
It's gonna break.
Yeah. I want to ask you about this now. You're heavy in this trap gospel movement. What do you think it's gonna take for this generation to go mainstream?
I think it's getting there already. when I look at now, they got a gospel, a hip hop gospel section at Rolling Loud that was just major this last year. So it's breaking barriers, you know what I mean? It's becoming a real thing. Gospel, gospel rap music, bro, is a real thing right now, and it's a real movement. And I think it's because a lot of people want to hear something else. They want to hear, different things. You can't just talk about trapping and and money and cars and stuff all the time. That's just getting old. It's almost like, it's getting old. Almost.
And everybody don't want to hear about
And
that.
everybody don't want to hear that.
Everybody don't want to hear that shit.
Everybody want to hear that. But if you can make me some music that got that same feel, but got a good message to it, come on, bro.
You already got it. Look, and what do you add? Look, I want to go back to this trap gospel music. You started a trap choir. Let's talk about that and how important that is to you.
So me coming up, even start doing music, was me playing for youth choirs and being at different choir competitions. A lot of church stuff. I've been working with the artist named 1K Few. Yeah, 1K Few, and we did a project called Pray for Atlanta last year, and it was just like, it was a special, unique project. He was a young guy rapping young, but gospel rap. I'm like, man, this little dude got swag and he sound good. I had did a project with Lecrae as well, a whole gospel project. We won a Dove Award for best album of the year. And Dove Award is like getting a Grammy, but in the gospel.
Okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You just taught me something new.
Yeah, yep. So that's what I did first. That was the first whole gospel album I did, was with Lecrae. And that was major. So it's like, that made me, I want to be in this lane. I want to be a part of this.
You going back to your
super
roots.
fire.
Yeah, then putting your own spin on it.
Now I was like, okay, now we got the rap, but let's add a choir.
Yeah.
And it's just something brand new. It feels good. It's something special.
So speaking about the 1K Few, how can you give him his flowers? Let's talk about him for a minute, because I know that's your.
Well, man, guys like him is what make people like me relevant. They young, they got a new ear and sound and the way they look at things. The choir is mostly him, really. Like, Zay, this what we need to do. He landed really out there on the table for me. All I gotta do is just pick it up. I'm like, oh no, you right, let's do it. How do I be a part of it? He putting everything. I got the choir members, I got this and that. All you gotta do,
just lay the foundation.
Yeah, lay the foundation. That's it. Just come in and be a part of it. So, he make it a whole lot easier. And he's one of those, good guys that I really rock with. So, and he's like, like a brother to me, man. So we definitely, I definitely want to see this thing go to a whole nother level, and I think it will.
So what else you got going on today, man? And what's your main focus right now?
That's it, bro. I'm just, one thing about music which I love the most is, I don't really know what's coming tomorrow, but I'm just enjoying doing what I'm doing. I'm doing the trap choir. I'm enjoy working with somebody like a Pluto that's, a new superstar coming out of Atlanta. And I'm also enjoying working with the guys I've been working with, all this time, like a OJ, a Gucci, a Future, or whatever project that's coming out. What I'm really excited about too is the gospel singer Tasha Cobb has an album on the way, and I produced a song on there. And for me, it's like, I'm a fan. A lot of times I'd be a big fan of these people. So to actually work with them,
it's a lot of gospel artists.
That's major to me.
A lot of them. There's a lot of them. Look, I just got a question text in to me now. This is the most foolish question, but I'm gonna ask it. Do people ever tell you that you look like Usher?
Man, I was getting that back in high school. Me and Usher did an album together, right? So every time we went to go do interviews and everything, they like, bro, y'all look like brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Look, now we got to get back to me and you. Me and you got a relationship. Hey, this for your son too. So check it out, man. Y'all know I known Zay for a very, very, very long time. So one of my ex-girlfriends was his son teaching in elementary school. So I watched his son grow up. I coach over at Columbia High. His son play in our region, the Eagles Ladder. We the big dogs over.
Yeah, y'all were the big dog. Y'all
the big dog. We the big dog. Everybody want to knock off Columbia. Me and Zay talk shit before every game and after every game. Boy, they done caught us over there in their goddamn spot.
That was the game.
Look, Zay was over there calm and collected. He ain't never say nothing about basketball too much. Soon as they won the game, the whole crowd rushed the floor. Zay done ran up in my face.
Yeah, I told you.
I told you. I said, man, this regular season. Look, all I can do is smile. Look, to your son,
Yeah.
we still goddamn went to the playoffs and went farther. You sons of bitches got us though.
Now we got y'all.
Look.
That was the only game that mattered for us. And I was filming that day, man. Matter of fact, somebody was filming the life of Zay with Zaytoven.
Yeah. So look, we was part of the documentary.
Boy, that was part of the documentary. That's all we needed.
Look, I used to tell my kids this all the time. They didn't understand because I went to Columbia. I say, you are everybody's Super Bowl. Everybody don't care about winning, but
this game, right?
Look, I was looking at that. I said, man, these sons of bitches about to win this game, bro. Like, y'all tripping.
And Zay hit one of them threes. I'm talking about a deadly three. Like, ooh, we got it on camera. So y'all might have won or however far y'all went.
Got us.
But we got documentation.
Y'all got us. Y'all got, look, I said, I never hear the end of this shit from this nigga. Lord have mercy. Look, I got to do a little word play with you at the end of this thing. We're going to do a little rapid fire. DJ Quick or Dr. Dre?
DJ Quick.
Bench warmers are the truth?
Truth.
Real sisters or cuddle the wrist?
Cuddle my wrist.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Making money or make the trap say?
Made a trap say.
Bricks or Versace?
Bricks.
Papers are used to this?
Used to this.
Kobe or LeBron? Don't say the wrong thing, guys.
Kobe.
There you go. That's my partner. Hey, man. I'm so happy that you came out here. Hey, a lot of people don't know this. Oh, I need to get into this with Zay, too. So, my partner, a lot of people don't know, man. He played every instrument, man. Play the drums, right?
I'm a church kid, bro. Church, yeah.
So Zay used to always come up to Berean too, and play basketball. He used to think he was cooking with his little broke ass drum.
Boy, killing these boy.
Look, so we used to be talking that shit. So a lot of people don't know, man. Zay got a mean little shot too, man. So we gotta let these suckers know out here, man. Cause we got Wallow out here trying to play basketball. Me and you need to form a basketball team here with just us, and we need to go cook all these other spots. Wallow. You hear this? I know Parlay play. We're going to put together a team of strictly rap and producer niggas out of Atlanta, and we coming to get y'all.
Come on, let's do that. You know I'm ready.
With it?
These knees still ready,
Mine's still ready. I just played this morning at Berean. And we're going to bring your son. We bringing a ring in. We bringing his son for the young lady.
Yeah.
He rap now, so he can join the team.
Now he can do it.
He can join the team now. He get a pass.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I want to appreciate you coming out.
It's love, brother. You know that anytime.
Let the people know where they can reach you and how they can get to you.
All my social media is Zaytoven Beat, ZAYTOVEN That's all my social media platform, man. Y'all tap in with your boy.
But that's what it is, man. Another episode of Atlanta Culture Podcast, man, with Zaytoven, man. We out of here.
Salute.
Appreciate you.
From the morning to the street where the legends stand, 808s hitting like we back in the trap land. Zone 6-5, but we flex on the whole plan. ATL culture, yeah, you know we in demand.